A boy accidentally knocked over a tycoon's caviar and discovered that this so-called million-dollar delicacy smelled fishy and foul. He suddenly realized that expensive food is just a status symbol for the rich. Watching his mom hand over half a year's wages in compensation, he swore he'd make the rich pay for it someday. When he grew up, he became a top-tier chef, specializing in lavish feasts for the wealthy, a spoonful of raw beef blood paired with the plainest beef rolls, a bright red sauce splashed across the plate. With that bit of theater, he pocketed $5 million. Because of David's reputation, the wealthy guests, with reckless abandon, licked the sauce straight off their plates. David knew it didn't even taste good. The rich were eating for vanity, not flavor. But his apprentice Lisa, who idolized him, didn't realize this. She thought David's cooking was truly extraordinary. He didn't hide the truth for long. David cooked for a poor family of 3. They scraped together a hefty sum, but he made a pot of soup from instant noodle powder and tap water. They noticed nothing wrong and even praised the taste. Not long after, the news broke that the family of 3 had died by suicide. The father, crushed by loan shark debt he couldn't repay, wanted his wife and child to taste something delicious one last time, only to serve them that junk instead. Seeing the report, Lisa's admiration for David shattered. She quit on the spot, determined to create food of her own. 3 years later, on talent and experience, Lisa opened her own restaurant. Her flame-fierce stir-fry technique gradually made her a name. One day, a local socialite hosted a birthday party and invited both her and David. To beat David, Lisa led with a grand seafood course. The hostess took a small bite and raved. Suddenly, the hall went dark. A massive whole side of raw beef was lowered from the ceiling. David, brandishing a knight's sword, made a hero's entrance and hacked away with wild flourish. He showered the beef with a fistful of secret seasoning. The whole thing looked less like cooking and more like a performance. Then he lit the braziers on the floor. Roaring flames engulfed the huge cut of beef. The spectacle alone completely outshone Lisa's seafood. Knowing the vanity of the rich, David carved the first slice of roast beef and handed it to the birthday honoree. She savored the special treatment and the social cachet it brought. The other guests promptly dropped their decorum and dug in. Watching David seize the crowd, Lisa fell back on the dish she knew best. With the simplest ingredients and all her heart, she stir-fried a plate of rice noodles for the diners. The tycoons raved about the humble street food, but David played his trump card again. That same instant noodle broth. If David made it, the socialites acted as if it were food from heaven. Only the poor care about flavor. The rich care only about price. David had understood that since he was a kid. Lisa, early in her career, hadn't, and this was his final lesson to her. Just then, several police officers burst into the club and took David away for poaching wildlife to use as ingredients. David fell from grace, and Lisa won this round.